Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to Stacy's Closet. If you didn't know, now you will. If you're here, that means you're here on purpose, which means you have purpose. Now, I know I'm a little delayed. I'm going to get into that in just a second. First, I want you to take a look at, if you see, I'm just wearing a regular top today and some black leggings. It's a burgundy top and black pants. But what I did with them is I actually, honey, yes. I fierced them up with these boots. Yes. I fierced them up with these boots and my glamorous backpack purse. Oh my God. Michael Kors backpack purse. And my boots I got from Amazon.com. And honestly, let me just tell you, I wear those boots with I switch it up. Because it's burgundy, gray, and black. So what I typically do, I have some burgundy leggings. I wear those and I put on a gray top and I wear that. And today, as you see, I put on my burgundy top and my black leggings and I put the boots on. So I can make it a little versatile. And I just grabbed the leggings from I'm not even sure anywhere, a little burgundy top, just threw it on. But I jazzed it up a little bit, made it a little snazzy with those boots. You can do it. You can wear it in a pair of jeans, whatever, however you want to rock it. Again, this is Stacy's Closet, so this is straight out of my closet, as you know. Now, I apologize for the delay. I know I'm a little late. I usually do this on Sundays morning, usually Sunday morning before I go to my favorite spot, which is the City of David here in Gastonia on Crescent Lane. But this particular, I have not been feeling very well, and that is going to get into our topic. Our topic today, we're going to be discussing self love. So, self love can be a variety of things. One of the most important things about self love is taking care of self. So, I was not actually taking care of self. I've been running around taking care of everybody else. But I suffer from migraines. And if anybody knows me, you know, migraines is my Achilles heel. It'll take me down. And so it took me down. So I've been dealing with this migraine for 3 days now, 4 days. So, and I'm not sure if you noticed, I've taken my migraine medication even on today, and so I'm a little, a little drowsy, a little out of it, not my normal self. Um, but we're gonna muddle through this, and again, this is called self love. And again, self love is truly, you've got to learn how to take care of self. That means get the rest that you need. If you need away time from everyone else, get that away time. Get away from everybody else. If you need a break, listen, get a break from everybody else. Sometimes self love is just about getting rest. Sometimes self love is telling yourself, I love you enough to say, this is a stressful situation. You might need to walk away from that and maybe come back to it when clearer minds prevail, when cooler heads prevail. So self-love can be a number of things, but what I want self-love for you to in 2022 is this. If whatever happened yesterday, you can't do anything about it. It happened yesterday. It's done and gone. It is over. It is over. It is over. Yesterday is gone. You can't change the past. And tomorrow isn't promised. So only thing you can worry about is what's going on today. So today, give yourself enough self love to you say, you know what? I can't do anything about any mistakes that I made yesterday. I can't, so I'm going to move forward. I'm going to move forward in my life, change those things that I can change, get rid of those things that I cannot get rid, do work on those things. You guys, I have to tell you, I have a little visitor. He is determined to be my guest star today. He is my grandson. And I got to tell you, whenever I need self love, this little guy right here does not always allow me the moment that I need. However, he does give me a whole lot of love. So it's okay. This dude just had to come in here. He just cannot listen. You know, he's rotten and I don't care. He's my rotten baby. But anyway, when you talk about self-love, dude, you can't listen. You can't come in here and start taking over my stuff. Okay? Now, are you going to sit in here? You going to sit in here and you going to listen to me? You going to listen to me? If you cannot listen to me, I'm going to have to put you out. This is all a part of self-love. Sometimes you need to put people out. Sometimes you need to get rid of every bad thing in your life in order to love self. So every stressful situation, if it's not good for you, if it's unhealthy for you, give yourself enough self-love that you know to walk away. Okay, in 2022, if you're in bad partnerships, and I say partnerships because it may not be a relationship. It could be a bad partnership with employment. It could be a bad partnership with friends. It does not necessarily have to be a relationship. But if it's unhealthy, give yourself enough self-love to you say, you know what? I'm going to walk away from this thing. I am not going to allow this thing to interfere with my life any further. Okay? I am going to give myself enough self-love till I'm going to say this is unhealthy for me and I'm going to move on. Again, sometimes we have to be honest with ourselves. You should be honest with yourself all the time. But again, sometimes you really have to be very honest, very truthful with yourself and say, this relationship, this situation, this partnership is toxic. It is not healthy for me to have a good self-love, okay? And if that's the case, it's time to move on. 2022, perfect example. At the City of David, we're being taught that this is the year of reset, okay? So I look at my reset as, okay, you know what? I need to reevaluate what is healthy and what is unhealthy in my life. Get rid of things that is unhealthy. Get rid of people that are unhealthy. If there is a situation, if this person has said they don't want to be around you, and sometimes people can say that without actually saying it. Their actions can basically say it. So guess what? I have decided that I'm going to reset my life, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset and refocus back on me, back on my relationship with myself. Okay. And so if they've shown me, if they've told me they don't want to be they don't want a partnership with me. And again, I've told you that can be friendship, relationship, whatever it is. If they've shown me that they don't want that partnership with me, then it's time for me to move on. Okay. And I'm one of those people, I hate change. I do. I hate change. I get stuck in my way. I just really dread in change, right? Because sometimes change is scary. So, again, and I'll tell anybody, I ain't scared of anything. I ain't scared of nothing and nobody, but I'm scared of change. See? So, which is the craziest thing to be scared of, because in order for us to grow, things have to change, right? So even though I don't really like change, I know that it is necessary. So in my time of reset, and I'm not telling you that you have to follow, what the City of David is saying, especially because if you don't really understand what that means, again, and this is a shameless plug, you can tune in every Sunday at 11 o'clock on Facebook Live, or come to 2500 Crescent Lane in Gastonia, and you can get a better understanding about the reset that the City of David is talking about, okay? So, but I am saying that I'm just using that in in the context, I want you to get a better understanding of when I say about self-love. 2022 should be about self-love. And so sometimes you have to reset your life. So I am resetting and refocusing. I got a lot of new changes coming up in my life. I am excited about it, but I also noticed that I got a little nervous about it. And so in the middle of my getting nervous, you know, God had to remind me that he said he would never leave me nor forsake me. So, and again, I know y'all gonna say, oh, she getting churchy. I don't care. Y'all know how I feel about that. Again, mind the business that pays you. Yes, I'm getting churchy. But again, I I said, okay, I got to get ready for this. I'm horrible at change, and so as I began to sit down, and 2021 was leaving, and I was laying in the bed because again, my migraine was in full effect. So I'm laying in the bed, and I was just thinking, God, I'm so ready for to be over these migraines, all of this drama, right? But as I was laying there, I began to think about loving myself enough to say, you know what? Recognize when you're tired. Recognize when your body is worn out. Because, yes, you're getting ready to start a new chapter in your life, and you got to be prepared for that. So that means you need to get enough rest, mentally and physically. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, God, I'm exhausted. I have done, I've ran myself ragged. And in the process of running myself ragged, I wasn't actually taking care of myself. And in doing so, I think I brought on the migraine, just not taking care of myself and doing all of that. And so as I was laying there, because I had no other choice, because again, I wouldn't sit myself down, so my body set itself down. So, and as I was laying there and I began to think about the changes that I'm about to embrace on and embark on, and I was saying, I don't want to bring in the same mistakes. I don't want to carry the same mistakes into 2022. And so as I was laying there, I began to say, you know what? If I learn to give myself self love, if I learn to be mindful of loving me, and me comes with taking care of me physically and mentally, then I can do this. I can do this change thing. And so I said, okay. And I told you about getting rid of those heavy weights, right? So in 2022, in 2021, I told you, don't carry those heavy weights into 2022, right? I told you, don't do that. I told you, the best is yet to come. Told you that. But you got to let go of all those weights. Just like I told you. A bus comes every 15 minutes. Men, women, a bus come every 15 minutes, right? So I said that to say this. In the process of saying, you know what, I got to learn how to love me. Guess what else I had to recognize? I know what I want and what I don't want. I know what I'm willing to do and what I'm not willing to do, which means I know what I'm willing to accept and what I'm not willing to accept. So what I mean by that is when I go to the table and I say, you know what, listen, my work requires this amount of money, right? I should know what I'm willing to take and what I'm not willing to take. I should know my pay grade of what I'm willing to accept and what I won't. Because this is about my self-love. This is not about the employers or what they think. Because the truth of the matter is let's be realistic. If you died today, your job would be on Indeed tomorrow. That's just facts. Because at the end of the day, they're going to tell you, we still got to go on. Okay? I'm just telling you facts. So in the process of that, while I'm here, okay, I'm going to love me enough that I'm going to make sure that you understand my value. So I'm going to give myself enough self-love that you understand my value and you won't devalue me. Okay? That can work in whatever area you need it to work. But I want to talk to you today, not about relationships, not about marriages. I want to talk to you about you. Okay, this is about you and only you. This is about self-love, not you going out here loving someone else. No, I want you to learn how to love you, embrace you, okay? So, in my new journey and in my new adventure, I got to know how to love me enough to say what I'm willing to take and what I'm not willing to take. I got to know what my value is and what I bring to the table. What do I contribute to the company? And in doing so, I'm like, you know what? I'm actually pretty valuable. You know, I'm worth something. So in doing so, I'm like, hey, look, poor frog don't praise his own pond. So I'm going to praise mine. And in the process of praising mine, you're going to have to pay me what I'm worth. Okay? So I got enough self-love in me to know you're going to have to pay me what I'm worth. So in 2022, you're going to have to pay me what I'm worth. I don't care what type of relationship we have. If we got a friendship, you're going to have to recognize my value in that friendship. That means you need to meet my loyalty with loyalty. You need to meet my truth with truth. You need to meet my honesty with honesty, my trust with trust, okay? If you can't do those things, I got to draw the line in the sand and I got to say, you know what? I love me enough to know that you ain't bringing the same thing I am. And because you not, I will not shorten myself. I won't devalue myself, and neither will I allow you to do it either. So that's not happening. If you come to me and I'm just keep it 100. If you came to me and you said, I want to take you out on a date, oh, okay, then that means, guess what? I know my value. You ain't taking me to Burger King. Point blank, period. Just ain't, I'm not a Burger King girl. It ain't happening. Okay? Now, does that mean I don't eat at Burger King? I sure do. But guess what? That ain't my that is not fine dining to me. And I feel like I'm worth that. I'm worth that. Okay? But in our actuality, I'm worth more than just a meal anyway. I know my value. So in giving myself self-love, I know what I'm willing to take and what I won't. Okay? I don't want a thug. I want a gentleman. I don't want just like men, you shouldn't want a hood rat. You should want a woman. You know, one of my coworkers said something last week, and I hadn't heard it in a long time. And she was talking about, that's just common. Yeah, y'all just doing that. That's common. Okay. So let me just tell you, anything that's common, that's some old hood rat. Y'all don't know nothing about that unless you're a little older. Y'all young folk, y'all know them little hood rats. Okay, that's what y'all know. Yeah, she ghetto. Back in the day, they used to call them common. They was common. You ain't got no kind of home training. You're common, okay? So, you shouldn't want one of those. Come on now. If you're a man about your business, right? You're a man. You should not want some common woman, okay? You shouldn't want that. Don't devalue yourself, okay? So now if you got class, your woman should have class. She shouldn't be out here just showing all her business to everybody and anybody, and that's common. She should have more class about herself. But again, you got to have enough self-love to say, you know what? This is what I will and won't accept. Maybe you want a thug. If that's what you want, and that's what level you want, guess what? More power to you, baby. I'm not hating on you. Do you? Do you? I'm going to stay in my lane, because guess what? Your opinion is not needed nor required, the same way my opinion of what you want is not needed or required. So if that's what you like and that's what you're attracted to, do you. Do you. However, in the process of doing, you don't devalue you. Don't take your value down. Back in the day, they used to be like, certain people move in a neighborhood. They would bring the value down on the neighborhood. Don't get someone that will bring your value down. Don't connect with someone that'll bring your value down. Okay? So that's the whole thing. I love me enough to where I know my value. And I'm not going to allow anyone to come in and take my value down. I am going to, I want someone who's going to bring it up. I want somebody, I might be living in the suburbs right now, but I need somebody that's going to take me over to the mansions. I need, you see what I'm saying? You're going to have to come higher than me. You know what I'm saying? That's the lane that I'm in 2022. The lane that I'm in 2022 is this: nothing beats a failure but a try. So guess what? You might not accomplish everything you want to do, but nothing beats a failure but a try. How will you know if you don't go out here and try? Love yourself enough to bet on you. Love yourself enough to say, you know what? I'm going to build me up, okay? In 2022, I'm going to build me up. I'm going to upgrade me. I'm going to put value in me, and I'm going to make everybody around me respect my value. When I make sure when I go into a place, you're going to respect my swag, okay? You're going to respect my swag. And what I mean by that is this: when I go into a place, I'm very confident. So guess what you'll say? I don't know who she is, but she sure is confident. I'm going to tell you, I don't know who she is, but she was walking in that dress. She was doing a thing. You know why? Because you're going to respect my swag. You're going to remember that swag. You're going to know that she stepped in here with confidence. And guess what? That is only because I know who I am and I know whose I am. So I do walk with confidence. I walk with a different type of swag. I walk with swag of assurance, okay? Again, but because I am resetting myself, right? I'm resetting myself. I'm refocusing. I still got swag. I'm just getting ready to upgrade my swag. I'm going to upgrade my swag. I'm going to another level in my swag, okay? Y'all better get into it. Y'all know nothing about that. Y'all better get into it, okay? Go to a next level in your swag. I'm telling you, make them respect the swag. Go to another level, okay? That's where I'm at right now, because I'm loving me. Now, again, in embracing self-love, it also requires embracing a healthier you. So that means, you got to make sure that you're healthy. You got to make sure that you're eating right. You're getting your rest. You got to embrace self-love, baby. Embrace it. And in self-love, that means you ain't just looking good. You're feeling good. And you feel good because you're healthy. So again, y'all know I love my doctor at Logos Health. And I had to go there today because, again, I've been working on this headache, this migraine now for going on 3 days. And then it's just really gotten to the point to where it's like, okay, I needed to do something. But again, it's about taking care of myself. This is self-love. So I had to, I got to get up and, I had to, go to the doctor. I got to take care of me. And sometimes that's what it takes. And so I did that. And so again, I want you to live your best life. I want you to be healthy inside and out. Show yourself self-love, not just on the outward appearance, but also on the inside. I want my body on the inside to be healthy. I want my spiritual mind to be healthy. The same way I want my natural to be healthy. Y'all know my little visitor done came back. Yeah, he just listen. I close the door, he breaks it down. Okay, look, honey, this little dude right here is very difficult to get anywhere, get any kind of rest when he's around. But this is my baby, okay? Now, this got a little more lengthier than what I expected, but I hope you guys, please, in 2022, the word is self-love, okay? 2022, self-love. But until next time, I'm going to give you a hug and tell you that I love you. Say, I love you. Say, I love you, Justice. Justice, say, I love you. And tell him, There's nothing you can do about it. You gonna blow? Oh, you gonna blow kisses? Mwah. Blow kisses to him. Mwah. Okay. Until next time. This is Stacy's Closet.